Trump is officially in office, signing executive orders away. I'm going to take a look at 9 of the ones that he signed I feel are very relevant to us that we should pay attention to. There's a lot more work for him to actually do in order for him to sustain the American people and all the promises that he had actually made. How did the stock market react to all this? Well, Netflix just announced their earnings, so they're up. And this happened just pretty much a couple days after I've sold all the shares I had in my retirement account as well as my HSA, transferred all to purchase Bitcoin Cash Trust as well as Litecoin Cash Trust, which has plummeted. So Netflix went up and the other side plummeted about 20%, but it rebounded a bit. I have all hopes. I'm banking on the volatility that this is going to happen. I'm actually happy that the crypto side plummeted a bit because it creates opportunities for me to buy things a little bit cheaper before it goes crazy. That's what I personally feel. Is not financial advice. You got to do your own research and due diligence to figure out if this is right for you. But in terms of the Dow, SP 500s, they've been pretty much leveled off. Bitcoin, it went up a bit to about 107,000, but nothing crazy happened. Litecoin, this is where my Litecoin trust is banking on. It peaked at around 125 and it went back down to 118, which I'm happy about because I want the Litecoin trust stock to actually stay relevantly low until I could do this transactions. Right now, I had some equity. I transferred it to cash, which I'm going to use to purchase this asset. I was going to use it for something else, but I'm capitalizing on where the market is right now. I have to shift focus. One thing I learned about economics is you got to shift focus. When to buy real estate, when to get into more of this, when to get into more of that. Over time, I'm learning how to get better at it. That's why you got to keep your eyes on the ground. Do your due diligence. Don't take everything someone else is telling you. I think once you get in the practice of doing certain things, you will see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, because my strategy will not work for everybody. And you got to know the timing. Not that I'm timing the market perfectly, but I'm buying certain assets at a particular time, letting it sit there. I'm not doing trades where it's like, it reached its peak, I'm going to sell right there. It reached its low, I'm going to sell right there. It reached a point where I find it to be at a discount. That's when I go in. And that's where I think Bitcoin Cash Trust, Litecoin Cash Trust is in right now. So all these, like Solana, Grayscale Solana, I bought around $22 a share. Over the past couple of weeks, I've seen a dip. Opportunity right there, because I really think it's going to peak about $100 at some point. So for me, it was like, oh shoot, I'm getting this at an 80% discount because it peaked at around $100 something early. The thing about Grayscale is it's not just linked to the actual crypto, but also the stock as well. So people are kind of double dipping. If more people are purchasing the stock price goes up. If more people are purchasing the crypto goes up. It also double dips down as well. So when people are selling the crypto, it dips down. If people are selling the crypto in the stock, then it dips down some more. And that's the only scary thing about it. It accelerates much faster when it comes to going down, and it accelerates much quicker when it's going up. So what did I buy? Bitcoin Cash Trust. To me, my buying point was around $5. The minute I see it hit around there, it was my buying point. Today I was trying to get everything that I could. Once I saw it was like $4.30 something, I'm like, this is a discount. And look, at the day it ended at $4.60, but I have to wait for this transaction to be settled. From the time I do the transfer, it takes 3 business days. I'm like, oh man. So I could, on those 3 days, I could miss on a lot of opportunities. Not that I'm day trading, because I think day traders are more in the panicking mode, but it's still a discount at $4.60. Litecoin Trust as well. When I saw it hit under 12, I knew it was a buying opportunity. It's been sitting under 12 all day, and it peaked almost $13 at its close. I just knew this was a buying point right here, and I was trying to get as much as I could, and I could not because the cash did not settle in time. So I had to sit there and look at it, and bam, at the end of the day, it went up. This could have been an easy 10% gain on the value of the money, like this, in a matter of less than half a day. But I knew it was at a discount, and that's the reason why I dipped into that. But let's dive into those 9 policies when it comes to what Trump has signed away. The most important one, I think the whole United States, especially if you're a Gen Zer, is the whole TikTok ban. I know Saturday I logged into TikTok and it gave me this warning. Uh-oh, you cannot access your account. You could just see the last videos that's playing. Here, Trump is enforcing that he gets 75 days to work with his administration to figure out exactly what should happen to TikTok. TikTok's algorithm, I think, beats the other social medias when it comes to interest based. Meaning, if I don't follow you, you don't follow me. But there's something that you have that's of interest. It has a better algorithm to make that discoverable to me. I don't think the other platforms do that well. The only one that comes close to that is YouTube. But YouTube takes a while to build up in terms of the long format. I think the shorts market definitely capitalized. They had a great start to the short markets, but I think it has become more saturated. I still don't think they're as powerful as TikTok. And Instagram, forget about it. It's nowhere close. Instagram definitely has the capability to keep you viral if you're already a big brand and you're already established. I think it provides those brands a lot much more recognition. But when you're smaller starting off, I think TikTok provides a lot of more organic reach to people to help you build an audience. But you should be on all platforms. You got to diversify your assets. Don't take it for granted. It's free to post your content on these things. And if you have some type of business idea, figure out a way to leverage these platforms as a tool for you to do research, speak to people, get to know them, their behaviors and patterns. So eventually you could actually leverage these tools to make your sell, to make your pitch. I think TikTok is very powerful for the future for us. If you're building a personal brand, although TikTok has a much more Gen Z, younger age crowd, I think eventually the younger crowd is going to get older and you want to be able to resonate with them. And we don't know at this point if TikTok is going to be that number one that sticks around across the other ones. We know YouTube is going to stay competitive. So is Facebook, because they have both Instagram and Facebook to be accountable for. And Twitter, I'm using it right now to look at all this stuff. So I do think it's important to report certain news and information. And that was must go. There's no information that's censored to take away an American person's right for freedom of speech. And that's what the government was trying to do, is to shrink down the things that are important for people to hear. So are some of these news and media networks. And we don't want that. So TikTok gives you that complete freedom, unbiased, so you get to see the full uncensored version of certain information. Leading right into that, exactly what I just said. This is restoring the freedom of speech. That's one of the executive orders that he passed here. So no one can try to suppress the information that you have to say. If it's valuable to the American people, it should be said without you fearing for your life or someone trying to hate on you and try to shoot you down. All this is nonsense. We should be equally be able to express what we've got to say, no matter if you like it or not. It doesn't really matter. Such a hot topic, not just in the government space, but also inside of the commercial space. I'm more in the financial investment banking space when it comes to the service that I provide for as a career, as a business. I design experiences. UX is the title that I go by. Been in the industry for quite some time. And there's a lot of this return into office that's happening across, especially across the banking sector. Some are still holding on to the hybrid type of thing, or you mix it up a bit. But a lot of them are transitioning to this 5 days a week. You got to be in the office. What this covers is for the heads of all departments and agencies in the executive branch of the government should be coming back into office. And also heads of other government agencies should be coming back into office. And he doesn't mandate every single person. If you actually read this, it does say that they're responsible to ensure that proper accommodations are made. So if there is someone that needs exemption, they should get exempt from having to come to this 5 day a week work week. You still should have some type of hybrid schedule or some type of remote. Imagine you're pregnant or you got a new baby that you got to take care of, no sitter, and things are hard. Things might be expensive and you can't afford one. So these accommodations actually help, I feel, a lot of mothers, but I haven't looked at the data and the statistics to really figure it out. It's just like when not having access to abortion from rape is considered a crime, because if you've been raped, you should have the rights to abort the baby. But it's actually less than 1% of abortions are from people who has been raped. So that's why I don't just go by what people say. It is a valid use case, but I gotta actually look at the statistics to figure out exactly how many women or either pregnant or about to give birth to a baby that are facing the situation where they have the potential of losing their jobs if they don't have this remote working possibility. Hustle, 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 step.